Hey everyone, so this is our first live and I want to talk a little bit about some of our products that are on sale right now. First up, we have our gold collection, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about our silver collection. So this first piece here is a sort of upside down triangular opal with a tanzanite on top. And all of our pieces are set in 22 karat bezels, which are the sides of the jewelry that hold the stones in place. And the backs are solid 14 karat gold, obviously with a stone like tanzanite. It's similar to the way that you would view a diamond, and so you want it open back so that the light can go through and get that really great shine. But with an opal, a solid back is much better. You can see the shine. So for all of our opals, they are from Ethiopia and they are mined in the Wallow Valley. This next piece here is a much larger opal. This one we have for $1,198 right now. So back to Wallow. So Wallow Valley, Ethiopia is where all of the raw opal is mined. And one of the great things about Ethiopian opal is that the villagers from this valley mine all of the opal. So all of the money that is used to purchase the raw opal goes directly back to the Wallow village and supporting the local miners there. So this piece again is 22 karat bezel and 14 karat solid gold back. Now, again, with our prices, so something like this in a jewelry store is going to run significantly more than what you'd pay with us. Because we make the jewelry, you don't have to pay that cost markup that you would at a jewelry store. So you're kind of getting a direct to consumer price with all of our jewelry. All right, this next piece here is a sort of triangular opal with a diamond on top. Let me see my cheat sheet here. This one we have for $798 right now. And another thing too, so I'm showing all of these pendants without chains. We sell the chains as well, but if you have your own gold chain and just want to buy the pendant by itself, it is cheaper. I'm sure that most jewelry aficionados are aware of the price of gold right now. It is quite high. So if you do want to save a little bit of money on a chain that you may already have yourself, you can do that by just purchasing the pendant. Okay, next I want to show you this guy. So this one is set with a chain attached already. So this price is $1,298, and so that includes the cost of the gold chain as well. And then again, all of our opals are set in 22 karat bezels and solid gold backs. So talking a little bit about gold right now. One benefit about the inventory that we have right now is we have not marked up the prices based upon how gold is sort of skyrocketing right now. So these pieces are all priced based on what we paid for the gold at the time. So, you are getting a little bit more of a deal too on, this gold and these solid gold backs. And I think too, just, if you're not super familiar with opal, there's a few major areas where it comes from. The Boulder opal comes from Australia, and then the Ethiopian opal obviously comes from Ethiopia in Africa. And it's a newer find than the Australian opal. Is a little bit more established. But for the price point, you cannot beat the Ethiopian opal. I mean, the colors that you can get from these stones, you can't compete. Yeah, they're just gorgeous. Also too, so this is my first live, and I'm not 100% sure how this works. I'm on my learning journey, and I linked all of these products in this live, and I think you can shop them, but I think that's going to be something that I learn along the way and kind of figure out as we go together. So this next piece is a ring. It's about 3.5 carats opal. And again, same thing we have here. We do 22 carat bezel, solid gold back, and 14 karat gold. And then the same thing, the ring itself is 14 karat as well. And so I'm inside right now, and I'm using, like a regular LED light to kind of show you the shine that you get from these opal. My personal opinion, I think that they shine amazing inside. They catch the light in a different way. And I think when you're outside, the natural light does something to them that is just magical. People say like, oh, you can see oceans in them, you can see galaxies. The way that opals are formed, the crystalline structures just capture the light. It's just gorgeous. Okay, this one is $7.98 right now. And so in addition to being able to shop on our TikTok shop, we also have an Etsy store, and we have our website, which is just palopalco.com. And you can shop at any of those places to get, these products, kind of whatever you're most comfortable with, whatever, method of purchasing that you enjoy. Shopify is our website provider, so they have layaway options and things like that if you're looking for a Christmas gift or anniversary gift or birthday gift. A lot of these gold products, I would say, are more of an heirloom piece. So you're looking at something that's going to last many generations, and going to be something that's going to just add value over time. You never know when, these sort of finds with opals will, run dry, and then the price of them skyrockets because there's not as much inventory on the market. Okay, so this next one is a pair of stud earrings. And let me look at my cheat sheet again. So these ones are $3.98, and same thing as with our other products. They're 22 karat bezels, and then the backs are solid gold. Here you can see the stud backs. And too, what's really great about these, I don't know if everyone has this issue, but I find that if the back of the earring isn't super wide, sometimes my ears, kind of droop down if it's a little bit heavy, but these are perfect for that. So you can get them nice and tight on the back of your ear, and they'll sit perfectly so you can see the stone beautifully. Put that back over here. And then this next set of earring is more of a dangle earring. This one is $8.95, And again, we have 22 karat bezels and solid gold backs on all of them. And this one's a little bit more of a traditional shape. One thing about cutting these stones is once the raw stone kind of comes in like a little rock, a little boulder, if you will. And once you cut the stone open, you kind of look, and the shape is kind of determined by the stone itself. So when you cut it open, you're looking to see, like what shape would be best for this stone. And most of these aren't perfectly round or perfectly triangular. There's a little bit of variation in this product because it just kind of tells you what it wants to be. Okay, I have one more gold earring that wouldn't really like fit in this view that I have going on. So it's this little like drop gold earring, and this is kind of a new style that we're doing, just to see if it's something that everybody likes. But I think it, adds something a little bit fun and playful to, your everyday earring. Again, 22 karat gold bezels, solid gold back. And these ones are $6.98 right now. So they're about 2.7 carats with both of them together. And then the backs are this kind of like claspy guy. So they sit a little bit differently than, the stud earrings would. But yeah, just gorgeous. I mean, again, really the colors that you can get from these stones I stare at them a lot, but they blow me away every time I look at them. Okay, so now give me a little bit of a second here. I'm going to transition over to our silver inventory so that I can show you some of those pieces as well. Okay. Now with silver, I think we have a little bit more pendants to show and one bracelet, which, so for a bracelet like this, like it is silver, but because there are so many stones, hold on, let me try to get this on here so you can see all of the stones that are on here. There's so many stones on here that the price for this is a little bit higher than you would see on some of our other silver pieces. So this is $4.95, just due to the fact that there are so many stones. And for something like this, we can size it to fit your wrist. I have ridiculously tiny little wrists. So for me, I would say maybe take off one of the stones and then it would fit me perfectly. But, we can always modify anything, to fit your needs. And then I want to talk about too, so we have a 30-day return policy. If you don't absolutely love the product, the piece that you buy from us, you can always return it or exchange it for something else, something different. We want you to be completely happy with the product that you get from us and just absolutely love it for years. We do offer free shipping from our website. I think TikTok offers from TikTok Shop. I think they offer free shipping as well if you have it that way on your website. Okay, this piece here is $2.95. So these are all sterling silver, so solid silver back, solid silver bezel, solid silver bail. But again, the colors that you can get from these are just amazing. And then again, I'm showing these pendants as well without a silver chain. We have silver chains available for purchase as well. But if you have your own silver chain and want to save on something like that, buying just the pendant makes it a little bit cheaper. Okay, and this next one here. So this is another one that's set with the chain attached. So sterling silver. This one is for $148. And I think too, this style of, stone with the chain attached is really popular right now. Something that we're kind of seeing is, doing really well at trade shows and, industry events. I'll put this guy back. And then this next one, I kind of like one of my favorite shapes, I would say. So it's definitely like a triangle. And I think too, the having a little bit more of a face, having a few more angles that the light can catch from just really makes it unique and special. So this one is $345. And as you can kind of tell, depending on the size of the stone really determines the cost of each piece. So this stone is a little bit bigger than the last stone, a little bit more. And this one also has this really cool like attached chain detail. I just really like kind of this style that's happening right now. Really beautiful. Okay, so this next one, he's a little bit smaller, a little bit more, if you're into a slightly daintier piece. This one is $108, so definitely very affordable for this, size of an Ethiopian stone, and set in, sterling silver all the way on the back too. Just, the way that the light catches all of these. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, and then this last piece that I want to talk about is this beautiful oval shape with this really unique bezel attachment. This one, the play of light in this stone is really just kind of mesmerizing. So this one is $195 right now. And I just, there's something about opals, just kind of magic, the way that the light catches them. And this shape too is just kind of, it's a little bit more unusual. I would say it's not as common as some of the other shapes, but, if you're looking for a really unique piece that nobody else is going to have, definitely this oval shape. So let's look at this one again and talk a little bit more about some opal care. So opals are, they're not diamonds. They're not, as tough as diamonds are. So you do have to pay a little bit of attention when you are wearing them. I would say, as you would with all of your fine jewelry, Don't shower with them on. Don't jump in the pool with them on. Don't go in a jacuzzi. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your jewelry and making sure it's going to last many lifetimes. And so you want to not wash your face, not, do excessive dishwashing or things like that with your jewelry on. One thing that opals are susceptible to is absorbing water and oil. So if you're putting lotion on, you want to make sure that you take your jewelry off first and then put your lotion on, let it dry, and then you can put your jewelry back on. Another thing, if you do submerge your opal, it can start to go a little bit what they call clear, but no fear about that. As soon as it dries out, all of its beautiful shine will come back. They are just a little bit finicky around water and oil, but nothing that you can do to them will permanently damage them. It just is, if a bunch of oil gets into it, there are methods to extract the oil and the stone will come back beautiful. So you don't have to worry about permanently scarring them or ruining them forever. It's just more about having it be a low maintenance piece, and you don't have to go in and, dry it out or put it in a, whatchamacallit? Oh my goodness. Put it in like a solution. There we go. Put it in a solution to remove the excess oils. But your normal skin oil is not going to, absorb into here and damage. It's things like lotions and body oils that really would cause them to have that sort of like clear effect. Also, October's birthstone is opal. So if you have anyone in your life that has an October birthday, these are perfect for gifts for them. And then one last thing I want to talk about before I sign off is the difference between a solid opal versus a doublet or a triplet. So for our opals, they are solid stones. So that means comes out of the ground, it's in, a rock, we cut it and we set it. So this whole diameter or this whole distance from the top to the bottom is one solid stone. There are beautiful pieces out there that are doublets or triplets. And what that means is they shave a small layer off the top of the stone and then they glue it to something hard underneath. A lot of times they'll use ironstone if they're, cutting Australian opal, and they'll layer those either, a doublet. So it's 2 layers. So 1 layer of opal, 1 layer of stone, or triplets, 2 layers of opal, 2 layers of stone, and an opal over top. And I would say that you can get very beautiful pieces. Nothing bad about any of those pieces. They are gorgeous. They are very affordable because you're getting such a small amount of opal. I think it's just important to note the difference between these two products. That one, our product is completely solid stone. No cutting, no gluing onto anything else. And just be aware of these kinds of things online because it's goodness gracious, it's getting very difficult to tell now what's real and, what's not, what's plastic and what's a natural stone. These are all made by nature, harvested out of the ground, and they are not made in a lab. So yeah, those are the few pieces that I wanted to talk about today. I'm gonna try and start doing more lives more frequently. Hopefully I get better at this whole process, and I'll be able to showcase more of our products and be able to kind of talk a little bit more about Opals, our passion about it, and our company, our business. And yeah, I just hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me and experiencing this first live with me. So with that, I will leave you with this last beautiful opal, and have a wonderful day. Oh, actually, I don't even know how to stop this thing, so now I got to figure that out.